Annie Marie Belinda Trevelyan to create the new Department Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. An outspoken Eurosceptic, she resigned as a parliamentary private secretary in November 2018 over the government's draft EU withdrawal agreement. Trevelyan was born in London on 6 April 1969. The daughter of Donald Leonard Beaton and Catherine Beaton. Trevelyan was privately educated at St. Paul's Girls' School, Hammersmith. She subsequently studied at Oxford Polytechnic. She qualified as a chartered accountant with PricewaterhouseCoopers in London and worked in Polk's corporate finance department before moving to Northumberland in 1996. She is a former governor of Northumbria Healthcare Trust and of Berwick Academy. Reports prepared by Trevelyan's Dual the A1 campaign was submitted to the consultation to make the road a dual carriageway. She unsuccessfully stood as the Conservative candidate in the Morpeth North Ward of Castle Morpeth Borough Council in 1999. She subsequently stood as the Conservative candidate in the Hartburn Ward of Castle Morpeth Borough Council in 2003, but failed to get elected. Trevelyan unsuccessfully stood in the 2010 general election as the Conservative candidate for Berwick-upon-Tweed, achieving a swing from the Liberal Democrats to Conservatives of 8.3%. In so doing, she reduced Sir Alan Beath's majority from 8,632 to 2,690. At the 2015 general election, Trevelyan was elected as the MP for Berwick-upon-Tweed, gaining the seat for the Conservatives with a 9.6% swing. After the sitting MP Sir Alan Beath stood down, she was re-elected with an increased majority in the 2017 general election. In June 2015, Trevelyan was appointed vice-chairman of the newly created all-party parliamentary group on forestry. In Parliament, Trevelyan served on the Public Accounts Select Committee between July 2015 and May 2017. In November 2015, she was appointed to the Parliamentary Assembly of the Organisation for Security and Cooperation in Europe. On 27 October 2016, during Prime Minister's Questions, the then Prime Minister Theresa May praised Trevelyan for her work on the Armed Forces Covenant. In January 2018, Trevelyan was appointed as Parliamentary Private Secretary to Gavin Williamson in the Ministry of Defence. In January 2016, the Labour Party unsuccessfully proposed an amendment in Parliament that would have required private landlords to make their homes fit for human habitation. According to Parliament's Register of Interests, Trevelyan was one of 72 Conservative MPs who voted against the amendment who personally derived an income from renting out property. The Conservative government had responded to the amendment that they believed homes should be fit for human habitation but did not want to pass the new law that would explicitly require it. On 16 December 2016, she was appointed Minister for the Armed Forces. As Minister for the Armed Forces, she met with the United States Secretary of the Army Ryan D. McCarthy at the Pentagon on the 11th of February 2020. On 27 July 2019, she was appointed Minister for Defense Procurement in Boris Johnson's administration. On 13 February 2020, Trevelyan was promoted to Secretary of State for International Development to succeed Alok Sharma, who became Business Secretary. Prior to her appointment, Trevelyan expressed apparent skepticism about the value of foreign aid on a number of occasions. After the Beirut explosion of 4 August 2020, the UK government aid-funded UK emergency medical team was sent to help. The UK also gave £5 million in emergency support, £3 million of it for the British Red Cross. As International Development Secretary, Trevelyan represented the UK at a donor event hosted by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and French President Emmanuel Macron. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, in August 2020, Trevelyan set up the Vulnerable Supply Chains Facility, its funding being £4.85 million from UK aid and £2 million from businesses. The premise was that the Department for International Development, UK supermarket and fashion businesses such as Morrisons, Tesco, Marks and Spencer and Primark, and charities such as Care UK, the Fair Trade Foundation and the Ethical Trading Initiative, work together to improve working conditions and support access to healthcare and health information for workers in developing countries, with a focus on countries such as Myanmar, Bangladesh, Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Rwanda and Ghana. Her department was merged with the Foreign and Commonwealth Office on the 2nd of September 2020. And Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab assumed responsibility for a new department named the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. She then left the government. On the 8th of January 2021, Trevelyan was appointed the UK International Champion on Adaptation and Resilience for the COP26 presidency. On the 8th of January 2021, Trevelyan was appointed Minister of State for Business, Energy and Clean Growth. Trevelyan opposes the ban on fox hunting and supports fracking, including